Mr. Beast responds to your critique. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. He saw a lot of people talk, and I think he read it. And normally it doesn't even matter because like he has billions of fans at this point. So like it gets lost in the sauce. But I think this is one issue where he's just like, even he as Mr. Capitalism, even as like an appreciator of capitalism, he recognizes that like what's going on with, you know, which is true. It's a good take. It's a good tweet. It's a good take, and I stand by it. I agree with it. Asking the governments to step in and help pay for medicine is not capitalist. That is literally the exact opposite. You're trying to say that you are trying to maybe say that like even his analysis on why this would be helpful is capitalist, in which case you are correct. Plenty of capitalist social democracies have made it so that healthcare is at least like completely affordable. Went off on live stream failed by a fan. Like someone posted this on LSF, and because people are just like, I think, so brain damaged to like understanding what I have to say and you know, read everything I say in the least charitable way possible, that they were literally yelling at me for this. Twitch streamer Hasan explained why he's filled with rage from watching MrBeast's news video where he cures 1,000 people's blindness. Now that's clickbait. Like they did that to clickbait, and people are so dumb that I don't even think they watched the video. I don't think they watched the clip even and understood what my perspective was, because everyone was like shitting on me originally, and now people are like, nah, never mind, he's actually spitting. People were losing, all the top comments originally were like people losing their minds who did not read and were just like, dude, you're an idiot. Why don't you also get 1,000 people and cure their blindness? You watch the video, you go, oh, how cute and how nice. I watched the video and I'm filled with rage.
What's wrong with you?
That we shut off access to a 10-minute procedure because we paywalled it and decided that like some people just simply can't get it. It is so insanely frustrating that it like it's up to like one YouTube guy to like decide to make content out of it that like that people who are too poor can't just see. That's insane. Common Hassan L says, you didn't watch the video, did you? Nope, just impression farming. I've never watched Hassan in my life. Dude, I hate that. This is like 98% of the commentary surrounding whatever I say. I hate this so much. Do you even have enough money to do shit like this and monetize it? Yes, I could. Yes, I could. I do have enough money to do this. The reason why I don't do it is because I already work with charities and I already work with causes that I care about. But if I were to switch off everything and do a MrBeast style, I'm just going to do a video where I, you know, cure 1,000 people's blindness, people would destroy me. Understandably so. It's like whenever people say, Hasan, you have a home. How dare you buy a house? Instead, you should build an apartment complex and become a landlord. I'm like, what? That is like antithetical to what I believe in. My argument is that MrBeast should not have to do this. My argument is that the system, if worked normally in the way that it's supposed to, would not have a need for this kind of philanthropy. Okay, good point. But since I don't like Hasan, I will disagree. 811 likes. I don't even know. This person blocked me, so I don't even know if I think it's funny or not. I can't tell if that's serious or not. I mean, the argument that it's free healthcare means compelling some people to pay for other people, which isn't necessarily bad, but at least be upfront about it. This guy has no idea what insurance means. Like this, he doesn't understand that like all matter of healthcare is basically subsidized by other people. You know what I mean? You just don't understand it. You're describing taxes and you're describing insurance, even if you don't describe taxes. Like you don't know what you're talking about. There is a reason why pretty much every other Western nation, pretty much every other developed nation, and even developing nations have decided that healthcare should not be paywalled. This will never be a negative to you. Okay? This will never be a negative to you. He said, I don't understand why curable blindness is a thing. Why don't governments step in and help? Even if you're thinking purely from a financial standpoint, it's hard to see how they don't ROI on taxes from people being able to work again, which is literally the reason why capitalist social democracies have healthcare, because it improves the workforce. It improves the labor force. So it doesn't even make sense from a capitalist perspective unless you literally are just like, I want to extract profit from every facet of society, including facets of society that have inelastic demand. Because it's Econ 101. Inelastic demand implies that there has to be market regulation. You cannot leave it up to the market when there's inelastic demand because companies can always price gouge. That's the entire point. The fact that people could be like anti-healthcare is mind-boggling to me. I just don't understand it. And I don't know. I don't know how you can just like advocate against your... I don't know how you can advocate for your own demise. Like, I don't know. You are not Mr. Blue Cross Blue Shield, okay? The only argument against nationalized healthcare that has a shred of merit is profits drive healthcare innovation. That's not true. Literally the easiest to dunk on. If that was the case, then there would be novel chemical compounds that the United States is responsible for per capita that is significantly higher than any other country. That is if we even refuse to recognize the reality that publicly funded research is what drives medical innovation across the board. Okay? Not true at all. That is objectively a falsehood. That is heritage foundation propaganda that people just rip out nonstop. The United States makes the most novel chemical compounds, yes, because it's a massive country. But that's why I brought up the per capita novel chemical compounds. There are so many examples of like truly game-changing medical innovation that has been conducted from literally penicillin to insulin that was never created with the interests of like driving for-profit healthcare. It was just not done for that reason. People don't understand. Someone in the comments explained the clip easy. Valkyrie reaction, glass half full. Hasan, glass half empty. This is the biggest picture. No, that's not true. That is when I understand why leftists get mad at MrBeast. Then that is the moment where I disagree and it becomes indefensible. I don't think MrBeast is making this to do like poverty porn propaganda. I think that he, in his own mind, as a fan of capitalism, like billions of people, okay, thinks this is probably an ethical way to both drive clicks, but then take all of those clicks back and like fund the same problem that he is like talking about, okay? To be as charitable as possible. He's like doing awareness in that regard. But the moment that you look at stories like this and say, oh no, you're not supposed to point out the structural issues, okay? Then you all of a sudden are getting... you're turning this into a moment for propaganda that is pro-capitalism and pro. Let's not even agree with these structure. Let's not even look at the structural problems. Yes, the cured people don't give a f*** it's a video they just want to see again. Yeah, I agree with that, my man. I'm not saying it's wrong to pay for people's surgeries, you weirdo. Dude, I have paid for people's surgeries. Like, what the f*** are you talking about? Shut up. Yeah. There was a really funny tweet I saw about this that basically, I mean, it's exaggerated. Every heartwarming human interest story in America is like, he raised $20,000 to keep 200 orphans from being crushed in the orphan crushing machine, and then never asks why an orphan crushing machine exists or why you need to pay to prevent it from being used. Like, literally, that's how it goes. It's always like, this classroom raised funds so that this 5-year-old could eat at the school cafeteria and not be saddled with lifelong school lunch debt. And it's like, why is that a thing? I see that story and it zaps my brain. I'm like, why? It is an insane concept because it is insane. A lot of aspects of capitalism where people are desperately trying to eke out as much profit as they possibly can lead to, when you think about it, insane avenues. It's a straw man argument. Eli Lilly doesn't price gouge for research. Insulin already. Yeah. The irony, of course, is that like a big chunk of what these massive pharmaceutical corporations utilize all of their vast amount of resources on is basically newer delivery mechanisms so they can game the IP system and extend patents. That's it. Which, by the way, keeps medicine more expensive. Every part of this, or advertisement, of course, but every part of this argument is just so wrong, so fundamentally wrong. When I see like a story, a feel-good story that is designed to make you go, about like how an 8-year-old opened up a lemonade stand so he could pay for his parents' cancer treatment, I lose my shit. I'm like, that's not feel good. That's feel bad. That's a feel bad story. Because there's something severely fucked up about the systems that we exist under that a 8-year-old has to like raise money, raise funds for his parents' cancer treatment. Then you look like an insane asshole for not being happy about a kid doing something good. No, the kid is doing something beautiful. It's wonderful. It's great. It shouldn't happen. It should not need to exist. Socialized healthcare is one of those issues that impacts every single human being. You know what I mean? Almost exactly what he said. Yeah, 9-year-old selling lemonade raises $6,000 in 2 hours to help pay his brother's medical bills, dude. There you go. They found it. Yeah, here's my idea for like global socialism, dude. We just keep watching MrBeast videos until MrBeast single-handedly can fund the entire American healthcare system. You know what I mean? He just makes a YouTube video that so many people watch that like literally it generates enough revenue so you can start funding the American healthcare system. That's how it is.